forward to growing this community. And we have a start. King is going to give his obligatory lecture to our heroes, and then they will open these first 3 chests. The upper right chest will be a key so they can get out of the throne room. The other ones is gold and fighter's ring. So the fighter's ring is good for 2 attack power, and again, every little bit helps now.
I see chromataclysm showing off. We don't know any spells yet. I was trying to see if we knew Radiant. We unfortunately, or not Radiant, outside. We unfortunately don't, so having to use that magic key to get out. And let's see what's around.
Yeah, the spell return in the throne room is really nice. It'll allow him to use the key either in the castle treasury with the gold that we had in there. They go, wow, murder birds right off the bat. That was a Draki with a hurt mark.
Yep, and we're going to have to listen to the king's speech all over again. Kigalas finding a scorpion. Scorpion's not hitting too far, and we are able to run away. And I saw Krokaz found another town just to the right of us when he came out originally before getting hit by the bird.
Absolutely. And the reason for the reset was to save that gold that we got in the throne room to use, because 522 is enough for chainmail and a copper sword, which in these early levels is quite awesome if they can get it. And it's this town of Cantland. That's amazing.
That is probably the best start you can find. That's going to be Shopping Mall Central, from what I've been told. And speaking of, hand axe and chainmail. There's where our goal's going to for right now.
Too bad it wasn't quite enough for that hand axe. I imagine Kigalas will be, after he takes out this Magidraki and gets our first level 2. 1 power, 7 response speed, 5 hit points, no MP, and no spells.
We did find a small shield in the armor shop there, so Chromataclysm getting some chainmail and a small shield that's going to help with the defense.
And Chromataclysm, another murder bird. Oh, and he resets? He'd already bought some stuff. I'm surprised to see him reset like that. And we have Kigalas, who's going to take a look at this other shop. He might... No, he's not going to pick up anything. But if there was a silver shield, he would note it.
It picks up the leather armor. Yeah, he went for the axe instead of the chainmail.
Yeah, the axe with its 15 strength is quite a boon. It essentially doubles their damage output at this point, and allows them to take out some pretty high, solid stuff. Selling his fighter's ring, for those of you who aren't familiar with the randomizer, in the vanilla game, the fighter's ring doesn't do anything. However, in the randomizer, it gives you 2 attack power, and even if you sell it, you don't lose that attack power. So he's able to sell it for a little bit of gold and buy some other stuff with it.
Yeah, picks up a bunch of torches, so that way if we find a cave, we'll have some light source, can take a look around and see where we are. Defeats another Draki is going to get us level 3. That was not a level to write home about.
No, not at all. They did get a little bit of MP, but no new spells.
Yeah, if I read that correctly, I think that was 4 HP and 3 MP, and that was it.
Yeah. But we have Kigalas taking that hand axe and doing some good things with it. Already reaches level 4. Additional power, 6 response speed, 1 hit point, 8 MP. We do have the spells both outside and repel now.
Well, it's a start. Kigalas is going to go. Let's explore for a little bit. We're low on health, so we'll see if we can't, get some buys. If we can't, then we'll just have to work back home.
Now, he picked up herbs in Cantland. I'm surprised he didn't use one before swinging at that metal scorpion. That 31 XP go quite a ways to our next level.
Well, I just learned something new. I didn't know you could toss torches at enemies, because Chromataclysm just tossed a torch at the Magidicky for 9 damage.
Absolutely. So in the randomizer, they follow the later releases of the game's ability to throw torches for 6 to 9 damage and fairy watered enemies for 9 to 16 damage.
I knew the fairy water to not know the torch, so I have learned something today.
And Beta saying throwing a torch at a Magic is weird with 30 AP. Agree. They stop damage breaking you at 12 AP, I believe. So at 30 AP, you're swinging for like 4 to 9 damage. Yeah. Which is about what a torch will do.
And the torch did 9, so it definitely got, max roll there, so.
6 to 11. Alright, and we have Chromataclysm getting his level 4.
And Kigalas getting level 5.
I didn't see it, but looking at our tracker, it also was not much of a level.
No, it was not. Looks like we're going to be spending a lot of time here trying to get some levels. Should we at least get some stats to do anything with? Or at least a spell we can do something with, such as, I think the runners would take hurt at this point.
Hurt would be nice. The hand axe is getting to the point where they don't need to hurt these lower tier enemies. And the stronger enemies, you don't have the sustainment to really throw 2 or 3 hurts at them. They're just going to slice through that 25 defense. Lorgon, go out and look for metal slime. Great point. So the way that we have it set up now, the standard tournament flags has what we called scaled metal slimes that give you 32 experience point per level you have. So at level 8, they give max XP. In return, we do not have scared metal slimes turned on. So if you have under 20 strength, the metal slimes will not run away. And it's unless they have some particularly nasty ability, which we have seen in some previous seeds, it is going to be a nearly guaranteed kill. And at level 5, that's 160 experience. That's great.
Yeah, if only we could find one in the area, but not looking too good right now.
Yeah, they're still in Zone 0 and Zone 1. That wolf is a great find, I think. Yeah, they're going to hit pretty hard, but you should be able to take it out, and that's a pretty good chunk of experience. Them and the metal slimes are probably what they're looking for right now. Not going to be too much longer before Kigalas hits his level 6.
Yeah, in this case, Chromataclysm did not pick up the defensive gear that Kigalas did. If Kigalas can find those wolves, yes, that's going to be great. Chromataclysm, not quite a defense probably to take care of him right now, as he got 2-shot real fast.
Yeah, that leather armor and small shield doing a little bit of help, and it looks like maybe he thought there was a small shield to pick up there.
Not in that shop, so we're down the lower shop.
We have level 6 on Kigalas side. 3, 2, 4, 3. So not like crazy big gains, but we're getting some every level, which is really nice to see at these lower levels. What they're really looking for is the spell of heal or something that's going to allow them to walk around and use the MP they have to better support exploration.
Yeah, right now it's very much a stay at home and grind until we get something.
But they do have great enemies, and other than that Draki, I haven't seen too many nasty abilities. Damage breaking the Scorpion now, it looks like, so that's great.
excellent move on Kigalas' side. And there's that wolf. This wolf will be great for Kigalas if he can take it down.
Yeah, he's only got one herb left, so after this will be interesting to see if he goes to buy some more.
So unfortunately getting the BL2 breath from that ghost and gets him that start.
And who was it earlier? Tilo in chat saying, buy some fairy water. For those wolves especially, the fairy water would be an excellent item. Fairy water has a possibility of taking a wolf out with just 2 of them. So trading, what, they're 32 gold each, so 64 gold for 32 XP. Or 42 XP, I believe, for wolves.
I think it was 40 even, it looked like. But I could be wrong.
I might be as well. Oh, Drakima with the sleep.
At least they only have attack as well, at least from what we've seen. So, no real harm there, but that could have been bad.
Yeah, but still attacking for enough. It's tough to see him take a death warp there instead of just going back up to buy some more herbs.
And it looks like he low rolled on that second attack and probably would have been fine, but unfortunately 1 HP left, low rolling, that's a death.
Just running away from the druid. It's funny, he's running away from the druid but opting to kill the scorpion.
Little scorpion on one side, scorpion on the other.
Pretty nice for our runners for this little desert area right here. It's always good to find one of those in Zone 0 or 1. They encounter every 8 steps there, as well as in the mountains, although the mountains walk a little bit slower.
Chemo putting Kigalas to sleep again. Thankfully only sleep for 1 round and gets an excellent move right after.
Yeah, Kigalas is almost to the point of, and actually, if he's able to take out this Drakima, which is likely unless this sleep sticks around for quite some time, that'll be level 7 for him, and we can see what that is.
We defeated the chemo. We have gained level 7. We have 7, 1, and 2, and no spells, and no magic.
So we've got great strength. We've got a hand axe. 45 HP is on the edge of where I would start wandering out, maybe. There is a fairly... I'm not going to say anything about the enemies in the Overworld. I don't want to curse our competitors. But it does seem like now is when you buy some herbs and you start branching out just a little bit. See if there's a town within 2 or 3 screens away that you can get to. And possibly, you know, Rimalder's there with some keys. And actually, or Cole is there with the search spot. One of those 2 towns would be a great find right now.
Unfortunately, Kigalas finding a warlock who's got DL2 breath, and back home he goes.
Yeah. That's Warlock is one of the enemies that they could find in one of the Zone 1 or 2, so luckily for our runners, they haven't ran into one of those yet. Or else, you know, having one of the 5 enemies in that zone be something that you really can't kill is always unfortunate. Kigalas going to get some more herbs, looks like.
Kigalas went down, and there's a swamp we're going to have to cross to if we want to see anything. So we're going to have to pick up those herbs just to make it through that swamp at this point. see, blocking Chromacrasm from doing the same.
Yeah, up 2 and G mentioning you use torches instead of fairy water, but I think, especially Kigalas, 44 attack power, torches are roughly on par with the swing on a lot of these enemies.
Looks like Chromacrasm's gonna keep grinding up to level 7 before going anywhere. Meanwhile, Kigalas at level 7 is gonna go see if he can't make it through that swamp down to the south of us and see if there's anything beyond.
Yeah, and in chat, Slamu, Tanagal is in Zone 0, East-West Zone 1, North up, and Tila Tila just put in there. North-South is Zone 2. Beta prefers nomenclature 1A and 1B. That's fine, Beta. I think in the guide I read, trying to learn how to do this better, it mentioned it 012, which is how I do it. Kigalas is through that swamp, finds a Droll Magi. Not what you want to see right now without any spells that can really take it out. Is able to get away, herb up, and is walking along. Oh!
It's a fun police. I mean, he got sleeved by a Warlock and managed to get away without the Warlock using Dragon Breath. So Warlocks have the Wombo combo of Sleep and DL2. Unfortunately, Kigalas, as I said, found the fun police and back home again.
And looks like we have a raid from Randomania, another Dragon Warrior randomizer race going on earlier. Was able to watch about the first 2/3 of it before I had to come over here. Looked like a great race. Hope you all had fun. I'm not going to ask who won because I want to finish watching it a little bit later. If you're...
Please do not spoil the results for those of us who did not see the end, because it looked like a fun one.
That it did. For those of you just joining us, Tanagal Castle looks to be in the northeast corner of the overworld map. The town of Cantlin is just to the east of Tanagal. However, we don't have any keys to go check and see what's in that last shop or in the search coordinates. Being that Tanagal is in the corner of the map, there is a very good chance that we could have double, triple digit search coordinates on this one. I'm all for that. That'd be really great and really fun.
Our tracker, that would be bringing up the Warlock stats. 50% sleep, 50% DL2 breath. Play.
Yeah, I believe sleep and DL2 are both capped at 50% if they're together, so that's about as bad as you can get. Luckily, Warlocks are a lower tier enemy that's a little bit easier to get away from. 37 agility is enough to get away most of the time.
Kigalas with the knowledge that the fun police are down there to the west as well. Probably going to go ahead and say, hey, I need at least another level. I need some type of spell or something.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're... It seems like they're fairly well funneled right now, and they have to go in that direction. And if you're going to be running through the fun police, you're going to want hit points to be able to take out a couple of attacks, because you're not reliably going to get away on 1, 2, or even the first 3 runs.
Also, Kigalas got an excellent move on that wolf, and it dodged.
The excellent dodge, but he did get a level 1, 6, 14, and the Spell of Radiant. So, not a lot. I mean, that HP is nice. The strength is already doing fairly well. For level 8, 28 strength isn't terrible, although we'll need to pick up the pace. But they don't have any spells, really, to use their mana on.
Yeah, at this point, Radiant, not necessarily so helpful, as we haven't seen a single cave within any time that we can get through right now, so... But it does mean we don't have to buy any torches from Canton. We can use all our money on the herbs.
At 59 HP is enough to probably withstand the first attack from a red dragon. With only 35 defense, not going to take 2 hits. So he's probably going to keep doing what he's been doing, just walk back and forth. Still running from those druids. Yeah, Big Slamu, I think getting level 9 is what, 975 XP? I think that's a great call. I wonder where the cutoff is between this zone and the one above it. Or are the metal scorpions in zone 1? They are. So metal scorpions and the regular scorpions are in the same zone. Nice.
That's a good find. The metal scorpion is definitely being the better of the two that you want. Going to give you more XP, more gold right off the bat.
And running away from the wolf, oh my goodness. Like, you don't have a lot of attack power, but go get some fairy water. That's a lot of experience you're just leaving on the table. Alright, so we have level 8 for chromataclysm. He hasn't ventured at all yet. Looks like he's walking back to Cantlin to refill. We'll see if he gets any fairy water in addition to the herbs, and if he starts exploring, because with 59 HP, and he doesn't know about the red dragons, with just in a void seeing 59 HP and max herb carrying capacity, I think we're exploring here.
Yeah, has not seen that swamp down below, has not found the fun police, doesn't know about the wombo combo from the warlock. Probably saying, okay, look, I've got at least decent stats, let's go see if we can find something. And with any luck, we'll be able to get through, otherwise might not go very far, unfortunately.
That's still a whole lot to find for our runners. And, oh, chromataclysm is just staying there. I mean, we know that it's a good call. You know, Ness Cardinality is known for saying respect the grinding. He absolutely is right here.
Yeah, so far in this early game of this seed, it screamed, grind now, grind up, don't go yet. Get some levels, get some something, and then go.
And because you don't have any heals, because you don't have heal more or hurt more, exploring a little bit early is probably... Finding Urgic Sword right now would be great. It'd allow you to plow through these lower tier enemies a little bit faster. Urgic's Armor would be great because you'd be able to withstand more hits and be able to stay out here longer before having to refill your herb capacity. But you don't really have the ability to take out higher tier enemies. So when you have wolves, when you have metal scorpions right here, just sit here until you're level 9, maybe 10. We'll see what happens when we actually do see what level 9 brings.
Kigalas keeps running from the wolves as well as the druids. Might be only willing to take on the scorpions. Doesn't feel comfortable taking on those wolves yet.
Yeah, which is surprising. Wolves hit hard, but not... I mean, metal scorpions are, right now, killable in 2 hits. More likely than not. The wolves, you're probably going to need 3 hits to take out, which means you're going to take 2 hits from them, and they do hit a little bit harder. That being said, 19 power, 5 agility, 8 hit points, 5 magic, and a new spell. It's the Spell of Return, which, again, not the best spell to get right now, but that strength, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, we've got... If you didn't have the attack power from those wolves before, you've got it now. Also, with 850 gold in our pocket, we're going to buy a large shield and get rid of our small and get some more defense. And I wonder if that's enough for Kigalas to say, okay, I still don't have really good healing. I rely on herbs, so I want to make another venture out.
I think you go here. The fun police are not something you want to see. However, we don't know how prevalent they are in the overworld. We've only seen them in one zone. With 67 HP, you got at least 2 chances to run away, and he's grinding down here in this lower zone.
Yep, let's go down and see if we can get a little bit better enemies to grind on.
I'm not sure. With this strength and this defense, I'm not convinced there's much better than what he's fighting right here. To grind, that is. Although he definitely has a chance to explore, and he's not healing up. Is he just going to Death Ward back?
He might. He's going after the wolf. The wolf is only doing about 3 damage to him, so and is 2-shotting them right now.
Yeah, with 44 defense, you're definitely damage breaking the wolves, which means that you could sit there in that strip of land that they've been at for a while, and you could probably get to 1,500 experience pretty quickly. Maybe he's looking to do that. I didn't see the need for the Death Warp there. He didn't have enough gold after buying Large Shield to stay at Canton, so it could have been just a tactical reset, refill your HP, and start grinding again.
Yeah, I might have felt like just take a couple of enemies on the way down, get a little bit of gold up. I'm going to lose some of it on the Death Warp, but I can go back and buy some herbs and be ready to go for it next time. Also, that NPC really likes to block them there.
And Chromataclysm hits that level 9 and immediately starts exploring. And finds a Dragonlord for his trouble. Not a bad find. With their strength, 2 hit maybe, 3 hits definitely. There you go.
2 hits, that's going to be a nice 58 experience.
I still think the wolves are a better call for a grind, but it's always good to see 58 experience that you didn't have to begin with.
And then we run into a magician right afterwards. Ooh, it's a town.
And it is the town of Breckenary. Elfguard 6 gold in to refill and replenish. Lots of equipment there for them to buy if they had the gold.
Including silver shields for sale here as well. So that's 2 different places we've seen them. If we get a chance to do a gold grind, we'll be in business.
Absolutely. Refill his herbs here at the little item shop. I believe he's only got 3 left now after going through that swamp.
Meantime, Kigalas taking on the Droll Magi. Should be able to get through it with no problem.
That Droll Magi is a great Hurtmore target at the earlier levels if you've got nothing else to do. Swinging at it, I'm not convinced it's the best, although it is better than Stoneman, and he is able to get away from Stoneman. He's walking in a different direction, though. He's not going towards Breckenary. Ooh, Wraith Knight. Lots of great Hurtmoreable enemies out here.
Breckenary was south, Kigalas is going west.
Yup. Casting the spell of Repel. Oh wait, no, that was Breckenary.
So Breckenary is the only thing there, and Chromataclysm says, you know what, I'm going to, I've got Breckenary right here. I can go heal up if I get a little bit low. I'm going to do a little bit more grinding right now.
Yeah, with a 6 gold in right there, Droll Magi's give good experience. We do have a cave on Kigalas' side. Of course, 1 step left, he runs into a Stoneman, again able to get away in the first run. It is the Staff of Rain cave, where later on, after our runners find the Silver Harp, they will go there and trade it in for the Staff of Rain. Town of Garenham right here. Unfortunately, no keys to see what's behind, but another shop where possibly nothing. Flamesword later, for later if they're able to get a gold grind. So we've seen Flamesword and Silver Shield.
Kigalas is going to take advantage of the inn, heal up, and then probably continue on the exploring.
Absolutely. And I mentioned the Silver Harp and Staff of Rain earlier. Those are some of the key items required to enter Charlock Castle. So they will find the token, the Stones of Sunlight, and the Silver Harp. They will trade in that Silver Harp for the Staff of Rain. Of course, Sunlight, Rain creates the rainbow, and they will then trade those items in for the rainbow drop, and using that, they will have a chromataclysm of sorts to create the rainbow bridge into Charlock Castle. As Kigalas finds Mountain Cave.
We do have a couple of herbs left. We'll have to see what's down here. We might be able to get down here and get a couple of chests. And if we can get lucky, find, say, the armor or the sword, that'll break things wide open.
Yeah, 5 chests in here. It's only 2 floors. Wraith, ooh, very nice. So we've seen Spectres and Wraiths, which are decent. Did I miss a Metal Slime kill?
I wasn't paying attention to chromataclysm, so I don't. But chat's saying yes.
He's got 1450 experience, so I imagine he did get the Metal Slime kill. Oh, that's awesome. Great for him.
Yeah, that's a great find. If he can keep grinding in that area.
Oh my goodness! So 22-2-1. So another massive strength level. So once it updates, 67 strength at level 10. That's great to see. They did get a couple spells too. The spell of hurt, which is kind of, they've got a, with Axmore right now, the hurt is a little, what's the word? Unnecessary. Although it could help them out with some of their enemies. No healing spells though. Spell of Sleep is nice if they run into an enemy that they can use that on, like the Stone Men to run away.
Kigalas, unfortunately, running into an AK, one armored knight sends him out of Mountain Cave and back home.
Yeah, the AK-47, as we call him, the Armored Knight, toughest, not the toughest, excuse me, one of the toughest enemies in the game. Very difficult to run away from, hits really hard, and if they have any special abilities especially, it's bad news for our runners. They are one of the enemies that you will find in Charlock Castle.
It'll be interesting to see if Kigalas decides to take a look to the right across that bridge, see if there's anything over there. It doesn't look like it goes anywhere from what we can see, but...
Nah, that's right on the edge of the map, and if it does go up, they should have been able to see what that would lead to. Looks like he is going down a little bit further south. We'll see if he continues.
He doesn't know, but we know if he continues down there, he'll find Breckenary and be very, very happy.
Breckenary in a zone with Droll Magi's and Metal Slime, so... Oh, and we have another Metal Slime that is running away. And finding a Magiwyvern with Stop Spell, that's great to see. So they hit pretty hard when they attack right now, but fortunately, when they cast Stop Spell, they really don't do much. Now we have that massive level 10 for Kigalas. He's going to get that great 20 strength. So far, stats looking pretty good. Great strength and agility, nice HP, and not a lot of MP, but not a lot of spells to cast, with it yet. So it could catch up.
Kigalas does have Breckenary on his screen and should be heading there shortly. Get the good news. And to see if he ends up finding a Metal Scorpion or Metal Slime while he's out here too. In the meantime, Overworld is going and exploring the area Kigalas already has, and we'll probably be very happy to see Garen and Mountain Cave at some point soon.
At this level, even with 50 agility, I think I'd be throwing sleeps out at those stone men. Notoriously difficult to run away from them. Oh, he sees that cave over there.
Yeah, that was the staff turning, or the harp turning cave.
That it is, and we'll see if he continues north and finds Mountain Cave. I'm not sure if... Did Kigalas get any treasure chests in the Mountain Cave when he went through his first time?
He got one, it was a torch. And then he got the AK-47 and Sid Bite.
Yeah, AK-47 in the top of top of mountain is not nice to see because that'll also be the same enemy set that you see in the Swamp Cave when our runners approach it. Of course, with the spell of Outside, the Swamp Cave may be a trivial matter to get through, as when you cast Outside, you go out the north entrance, so if you enter through the south, you can just cast Outside and immediately go through it. But if they need to find the princess, unfortunately, walking through it can be treacherous if you have AK-47s in there.
And judging from where we started, where Tanajo was, we might need that princess so we can have a little bit extra help on the coordinates.
Yeah, absolutely. I still stand by my not prediction, but my hopes that we see a double, triple-digit search coordinate. That'd be one for the books.
Not only do we have the fun police over here, Kigalas just found the deputy at Green Dragon. Did manage to get away from it, though.
And we have Chromataclysm walking through. Ooh, immediately, well, not immediately, but is running into the Arbor Knight. Able to get away. Use those herbs, sir.
Heal up, see if he can't get the rest of the way through. Gets to run from the Stone Man as well.
Up to and G in chat hoping for keys in here. I do agree that that would be a pretty big deal and great for our runners.
One step away from the chest, it gets blocked by the Arbor Knight.
Oh.
And back home we go.
Aaron 2U2. That's mean. So although our key items to enter Charlock Castle obviously cannot be found in Charlock Castle, or else it would softlock the seed and you'd never be able to get in there. Some of our items can be found in there, notably Erdrick's Sword and Erdrick's Armor can be found in Charlock Castle, and getting those in the castle can be quite the challenge sometimes.
Well, the sword's not going to be that big an issue this seed with it, as long as our strength keeps up like this. We are not going to have too many issues, even if we can't find the sword. The armor, though, that's going to be a thing with the amount of swamps we've seen.
The amount of swamps and just we haven't seen any special abilities yet from our Charlock tier monsters. However, they're notoriously difficult to run away from, and you are taking 15 points of damage every time you step on a barrier tile, of which there are a number to get to behind the throne and search for that passage down into the dungeon proper. So if you have nasty enemies and then now you're healing every 2 steps because you want to keep your HP topped off in case you run into AK-47 or the fun police that's difficult to run away from. Oh. And they have low MP right now, so even if they did have heal more, it'd be tough. And although I expect the MP to go up at some point over the next 6 levels, there's no guarantee it will.
Kigalas is being a little interesting here, is grinding on the race here in Mountain Cave, even with the risk of the AKs.
Able to get through, though, up to these 2 chests. Oh, Erdrick's Armor! Nice pickup. Very nice pickup.
And a curse belt, so we know at least one of the search spots is going to have something.
And he didn't get that other chest. Usually when you skip that chest, you go up and over and then back down through. It's actually a little bit faster in terms of pathing than going to that chest right next to the stairs first. But man, that armor is a nice pickup. Like you mentioned, all the swamp tiles and just the sheer number of nasty enemies that can hit you quite hard. Demon Knights, very hard to hit, very hard to run from, and is able to do it. Fortunately for him, we're going to see what this last chest is, and it's gold.
One other good thing with the armor also is you've got the heal walk with it. I think you gain, what, was it 1 or 4 HP every step?
1 HP every step with Erdrick's Armor. With the magic armor, it's 1 HP every 4 steps.
That is where my 4 was thinking. Okay. But yeah, that heal walk is going to be huge right now, especially with no actual spells, heal spells to speak of.
And, oh, find another town right away. Oh, it's Rimalder. So question for the people in chat. At this point, you're going to get keys. Do you just go right back into Mountain Cave and set up a gold grind preemptively, understanding that there are silver shields available relatively close to Tentacle Castle?
I think yes. I think you immediately get as many keys as you can, you go back in, and you set up that gold grind, and then you death ward back out. Because those AKs will very gladly send you back home.
And there's a good chance that you don't even get down to that second floor with those AKs. But The chance is there. Only a torch. We've seen 2 gold chests so far this seed. Wow, he's not even checking over there.
Probably says, why would I want to check if I plan to go set this up anyway? Let's just go.
Yeah, he doesn't have quite enough money for the broadsword, so not much he wants to pick up there anyway, since he already has the large shield and Nerdrix armor.
But not heading back into Mountain Cave. He's going to go back south.
Yeah, just going to continue exploring. Probably wants to see... Oh, that's right, we haven't seen the back of Garen yet.
That's right, because we have some chests back here as well as an entrance to a cave, if I'm not mistaken.
And if this backs into a dungeon, like Swamp Cave or the Grave of Garen, there's a decent chance that we can just set up a gold jar here. Although we just found another gold chest here in Garenham, so unfortunately, I'm fairly low chances of us seeing gold in Tanagal. We do have a cave. Not sure what it is just yet. Immediately cast Radiant, and it's the Grave of Garen. Wow, is this even random?
Grave is great. We're going to have 3 chests here. We've got gold, we've got a curse belt, and we've got more gold. So yeah, looking like probably not going to have any gold in the chest there at Infiltrating.
Yeah, I can't remember how many chests can have gold in it in the game, but that's the 5th we've seen, I believe. Is it 6, Lorgun?
So odds are very, very low right now.
Yeah, because there's 1 in the throne room, 1 in Mountain, 1 in Garenham, and then 2 here in the grave. So that's... Ooh. My dream of a worthless treasury might be realized. Beta, always the optimist.
Unfortunately, running into another armored knight down here in the grave, but gets away.
So armored knights on both floors. Oh. So the bottom floor of Mountain Cave is the top floor of Grave of Garen. If sword is there, we don't need gold. True. Chromataclysm.
Yep, finding the fun police and goes back home. And Kigalas gets the sleep spell off on the Stoneman.
Is he gonna...
He's trying for it.
No.
No, there he goes. He did 1 attack. And just wings.
Wings could be handy if they run out of mana and need to cast Return, and don't have the mana for it. Ooh, Wolflord, nice find. Not nice when they're throwing the deal 2 breath, though. Swings again! Oh,
He
wow.
took the risk and it paid off. Got through, but yeah, that could have been really bad.
So we've been watching Kigalas do this dive through Grave, and at some point Chromataclysm hit level 11 and had about what we've been seeing so far, although he did get the spell of... no, he didn't get any additional spells, just a little bit of each stat. And Beta Strep, yes, you do not want to ore from the bottom grave chest right now, since we haven't seen any of our key items, and we've been all the way through Mountain Cave, and we've been through most every other chest you can find outside of the treasury. It's a pretty good chance that there's one here.
Yeah, we have no heart, no stones, no token right now, so we want to check every chest we can get to.
It'd be interesting if all 3 of them were in the Tanagal treasury.
That'd be hilarious.
And the back of Tanagal right now is looking like it's going to be either Tablet Cave, Free Cave, or Swamp Cave.
Crossman gets sent home yet again, this time by a wizard.
Question chat, where was Armor? Armor was in the Mountain Cave.
Both runners made the Mountain Cave. Kigalas got through second time, got to the armor. Chromataclysm has yet to get back to Mountain Cave, unfortunately. Has run into everything and its brother on the way back. It's said, you're going somewhere? I don't think so.
So it looks like Kigalas is going for the Death Warp right here on the off chance that there is gold in Tangled Treachery. Chromataclysm, the unintentional Death Warp. Most expensive... Actually, no. Only 89 gold, so not the most expensive instay in Elfgard.
Kigalas is like, I would like a Death Warp. Can I have some enemies, please?
Veil EV, second time in a row going through that passage. Yeah, unfortunately, both the runners had met their demise to the Red Dragon there. Chromataclysm a little bit more often, mostly because on the third time through, Kigalas just hasn't had a need to go back.
I like what Kigalas is doing here, using the dragon scales. He's getting this chance. You're already wearing these. He's like, I know. I don't want to attack. I don't want to run. Just take me out, please. And
the Demon Knight obliges as Chromataclysm runs into yet another fun police. Kigalas pretty close to his level 11.
Yeah, Charlock didn't try to take the Demon Knight just to get it, but here we go. Let's see if we have anything of note in the treasury.
We do have a fairy flute. And we have a silver harp.
And the token.
Oh.
All right, let's see. Come on.
Let's see the stones. Let's see it. Let's see it. Drops the curse belt for, just a torch.
Oh. No gold, so no gold grind, unfortunately. But that was 2 of 3 of the key items we need, and we know where the harp tournament is, so...
2 of the 3 key items and the flute. So of note, I believe we found 2 curse belts so far?
Yes, we have found 2 curse belts.
And we haven't found a single search tile, which means that of those 2 search tiles at least, the only things that could be on there is the Stones of Sunlight, Erdrick's Sword, or the Death Necklace. So there's a good chance that the harp is, or excuse me, the Stones of Sunlight are on one of those. As we find Swamp North.
Oh, so outside's not going to do us any good here. We've got to walk all the way through, and that's a blue dragon.
That is a blue dragon, and just going to run away from there. Unfortunately, without the spell of Heal More, I'm not going to be seeing the dead side of that blue dragon for quite some time.
Yeah, once we get Heal More, I think that might be a decent grind spot, at least early. And let's see what we have on the other side of Swamp Cave. That would be Charlock.
That is our first sighting of Charlock. Have to go to the Swamp Cave, which is in Tanagal to get to, which can be kind of a pain. Can Swamp go to Garenham yet? Yes, Swamp can go to the back of Garenham. I've seen it before, unless they fix that in later releases.
I believe I've seen it at least once in this tournament so far. So.
Oh, is J. Coper... Were you asking in this seed or in general? Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, we've already seen Garenham. It's not going to be the Swamp Cave. We had a vanilla Grave of Garen behind Garenham.
Meantime, Kigalas gets his level 11. Going to pick up 6, 2, 5, and 5.
As Chromataclysm looks like he's going for level 12 right here outside of Breckenary. Seeing his luck with the Fun Police, I'm not surprised to see him do this.
Yeah, this is a good grind spot, and as many times as you're getting hit with those Fun Police, you're like, yeah, I want the levels, I need some HP, I need something here. Finds the Metal Slime, can he get it? It's got 1 hit. And run away.
And we have Kigalas finding Hawksness on the right side of our screen. Possibility, if it's a I don't know. I guess Stoneman is probably the best he's looking for right now, because he can put it to sleep and hope to get through it. Hey, look, it's a Stone Man. Immediately going to put it to sleep, and we'll see if he tries to take it out.
Yeah, we've got both the sleep spell and the fairy's flute, so we definitely can get it to sleep without any problem.
And the Stoneman's Punch More only hits for 17. Great for a Kigalas. And with that 90 attack power, actually hitting pretty hard himself.
I'm going to use this last herb. Gets lucky, so I'm going to say it's asleep. And we defeat it. Let's see what we have on the smite tile here in Hawksness.
Ooh, it's the Death Necklace. So for those of you new to the randomizer, Death Necklace in the vanilla game just curses you, does nothing else, prevents you from entering the Botanical Castle, and can only be removed by the Gentleman in Brecconary. But in the randomizer, the Death Necklace gives you 10 attack power at the cost of 25% of your hit points. So if we see a slight lacking of strength and a surplus of hit points, you can overcome that deficit by putting it on. Ooh, excellent hit on the Metal Slime, and he gets level 12.
Two, 5, 12, 12, and the spell of Stop.
So it's nice to see those MP numbers starting to pick up. Unfortunately, still neither more for our runners, which heal more will be necessary to defeat the Dragonlord. I'm not sure if there is. I'm sure that if you played all the way to level 30, that it's a possibility to kill the Dragonlord with that spell of heal more, but it's a toughie. So the Curse Belt in the randomizer, Scotty297, does a couple of different things. Number one, it sells for 180 gold, which is nice if you need a little bit of gold. Also, every Curse Belt you find is an indicator that there's something on one of the three search tiles, either the Overworld search tile, the search tile in Hawksness, or the search tile in the town of Cole. Essentially, the randomizer rolls for all the different chests and replaces the key items in some of the chests with those Curse Belts and places them on the Overworld.
At this point, the biggest difference in the sea is going to be that armor that Kigalas was able to get from the mountain cave. It's allowing him to do a lot more exploration, whereas Chroma is still sticking closer to home, grinding up, kind of level 12. He's going to make another run, but could see some bad things depending on if we find full focus.
Yeah, and that armor just, as a lot of people in chat have mentioned, that was a huge break, being able to get through all those AK-47s, find that armor, not having to go back into Mountain Cave, and is able to find nothing, so probably a key or an herb. I'm not sure what he's got a max of. If you open up a chest and find nothing there, that means you are maxed out on whatever it was in there, which would be either a key or an herb.
Still gonna continue on to the east, keep exploring. Golems have the L2 breath.
Golems with DO2 breath, not exactly what you want to see with 57 agility. They're not as tough to get away from as Arbor Knights or Red Dragons, but at the lower levels can be a pain. And if our agility doesn't pick up and we don't get a good chance of running away from them in Charlock, that could spell doom for our runners. And Chromataclysm just not having a good time. Still ahead on levels. A lot of it's due to the couple Metal Slimes kills he's gotten. Also the fact that he's just stuck close to home and tried to grind things out. Venturing out again.
Yeah, Chroma just had a very, very tough luck with encounters and running away and running into just too many things and being able to one-shot him. Anytime on Kigalas streams, we see two bridges. Let's see which bridge we decide to take first.
Deciding to attack the wizard, not a bad call right now. Probably going to be 2 or 3, or actually no, 3 hits to take out. Another 120 experience for him. So the good news for him is, though, even though he's lacking in the exploration advantage, he does have the experience lead right now. It looks like Kigalas is having a little rough time with this Armored Knight. Is able to get away. But he has the experience lead, and he's going to continue to get some experience as he walks around. And because he has a little bit more hit points, because he has, a little bit more attack power, but mostly I think it's those hit points, allows him to explore a little bit more, kill some of the enemies that Kigalas is unable to, and gain some experience as he's doing his exploration.
Anytime Kigalas does defeat the wizard and get level 12, he gets that extra HP and MP that we were desperately needing. But unfortunately, he's no healing. And that is an island in nowhere.
It's funny, you can get to the other side of that one bridge, but yeah, not worth it.
I wonder if our search coordinates are going to be over on that bridge.
Stranger things have happened. Lost my train of thought. I think the real key thing right here for Chromataclysm is he needs to go back into Mountain Cave. Because, the armor's in there, and the only way he's going to be able to catch up and continue his exploration as quickly as he needs to catch up with Kigalas is to get that armor.
Found another cave, only found fairy water, got rid of the torch for it. Probably a good call. I'm going to keep exploring.
Alright, I believe this is take 2 for Chromataclysm. Oh, where? What is he?
Did he forget he wasn't able to get to the chest? He might think he got everything in there and doesn't realize that he died one step from the chest. But meanwhile, Kigalas found the coal and found the stones. We have Charlock access.
So since we found the death necklace on Toxness and we found the Stones of Sunlight here, there is we haven't seen the old man in Cantlin. There may not be search coordinates at all. If there are search coordinates, it's the sword. If there's no search coordinates, sword's in Charlock.
Kigalas using the wings to head back home.
And immediately going to check those search coordinates. Chromataclysm finding the keys before the armor. Interesting. So this, even though Chromataclysm has been behind on the exploration because of the numerous deaths that he took, unfortunately, he's been following a similar path to Kigalas, and now we have our first major divergence. As Kigalas gets the, I don't want to say good news that there's no search coordinates, but the bad news that you're going to have to go into Charlock to get the sword. Fortunately, with this amount of strength that they have, dive isn't going to be too terrible, and he's probably going to get a couple more levels before he goes down there anyways.
And the good thing here for Kigalas is he's got the knowledge of where Charlock is. Chromataclysm does not. Chromataclysm, unfortunately, with all the grinding, hasn't been able to do much exploring. Again, it'd be interesting to see if he goes back to the mountain here, or if he leaves, which he's diving south. He might think he's climbed all the mountain and is leaving that armor behind, sadly.
Oh, so with those keys, going into Mountain Cave is kind of a twofer. There's a possibility of a gold grind. In his perspective, there's a possibility of a gold grind. We know there isn't one. And there's chests that you haven't seen, and he's just not doing either. Maybe checking Garen first before he goes in, under the anticipation that he will do a death warp from there.
Possibly, yeah. Might be opening the chest here, opening the chest in the grave. Well, he doesn't have the grave yet, but we do. And then death warp back and try for a gold grind. Which, as I said, unfortunately, we know it's not there, but we'll at least pick up the harp and the token. But yeah, leaving the... Oh no, he's heading back out. Both our runners finding Wraith Knights at the same time. And that is level 13. 410, 4-2, no spells.
Level 13 and no more for our runners.
Hey, but our agility is almost there. Look, it's in the orange now.
Agility is in the orange. The tracker, when we are getting close to the stats required to enter Charlock and face the Dragonlord, the stats will go from white into orange. And then when we consider the stats, quote, good, the tracker will go to green. Of course, orange and green are slightly subjective based on the value of the other stats, such as if you have a high amount of strength, you may need less NP, and vice versa. If you have an exceptionally large amount of hit points, the chance of getting doubles, that is, being able to get 2 hits on the Dragonlord before having to heal more, is a possibility. So there are some exceptions out there. Looks like Chromataclysm is going into the bottom of grave, having a much better time with the grave than he did with...
Yeah, still hasn't seen any of the armored knights as of yet. Does find a demon knight. Let's see if he decides to fight it or if he's going to run. He's going to take the fight.
Demon Knights it's a tough call right now. They're tough to run away from, although with 67 agility, they're easier than normal. Well, easier now than if you have less. They dodge quite often, so even though they don't have a lot of hit points, sometimes it takes 4 or 5 swings to take them down just because of the dodging. And they still hit very hard with only 55 defense. Too bad there isn't a color for overkill, like when they have 150 AP. Wow, if it just starts like flashing green, that'd be great.
Yeah, we don't often get to overkill, but it would be fun if we did. And right now, Kigalas doesn't know it, but he could probably get to overkill with as far of a decent-sized lead he currently has.
As someone who's more familiar with the technical side of the randomizer can explain it better than I can, but the stats, although they're random, they are programmed such that they reach a certain level and then they kind of plateau. So getting a true overkill is sometimes very uncommon. HP, we definitely see overkill more often than not. And agility, I haven't seen much more than 90 agility. And strength, I've seen strength in the hundreds, but 105, but rarely do you see it more than that, even at the much higher levels.
Chromo got an encounter right on the chest. Only a scorpion, though, and it was only an herb, so got a refund for the herb he just used, but not necessarily what you wanted to see.
Now, the question is, do you cast outside, or I guess maybe just keep walking? He could be looking for the Death Warp here, or, I mean, you know that Mountain Cave is right there. You know there's 5 chests in there, or you can just get DL2'd by a Wolf Lord.
Does Chromo have enough chests open to set up the gold grind that we unfortunately know is not there? That's the question. In the meantime, Kigalas is grinding out in swamp caves, walking back and forth.
Yeah, not sure if I like the grind in swamp caves like this. Unfortunately, without the spell of Heal More, these Armored Knights are a no-go. The Blue Dragon as well. I mean, at this point, Hawksness may be the best grind with the Stone Man with the spell of Sleep, but even that, Hawksness is such a far distance away, and you still don't have any healing other than herbs, so your staying power there in Hawksness is very low. Wow. Probably going to go down here, get the last couple of kills by Breckenary maybe, to get that 4125 required for level 13. Or he'll run into the Fun Police.
I mean, I'd almost take the chance of the Fun Police here, see how much damage you can do. I mean, you don't
No
have
way.
any healing. You don't have any healing, but running away is kind of a little bit rough, as we see. Can't run away 3 times, we are sent back home. At least, take a chance, see how much damage you're doing, and just see, okay, how close am I on these?
So Kigalas going right back to the Swamp Cave.
The time Chromataclysm has cleared the Swamp Cave, has found Charlock on the other side, and is going to go explore the second continent, unfortunately without the armor, because, again, I honestly think Chroma believes he got everything out of the mountain and doesn't remember it goes that one chest you didn't get to. Meantime, Kigalas gets level 13, and as we see, the stats jump, and sitting in good shape with that armor, even the defense is now pretty darn good.
Yeah, with 73 defense, you're not damage breaking any of the Charlock enemies, which is unfortunate. However, you're still 73 defense. I believe that Dragonlord can hit you for 52, so that's not ideal either unless you have a large amount of hit points.
Yeah, considering right now we can't even touch the Dragonlord, we still need at least 5 more attack power to do A damage against him. Yeah, Beta and chat bring up a good point. Chroma might realize that he only got the one chest before he died in Mountain and doesn't want to go back with the AKs until he's got some kind of heal, preferably heal more. Meantime, it looks like Kigalas is going to continue grinding here, I believe, in Swamp Cave. Trying to get some more levels. Again, we know we need to go to Charlock. With no coordinates, Kigalas knows that the sword is down in Charlock. Might as well get some levels now before we start working on the grind, or working on the dive, I should say. While Chroma is searching the second continent, doing all the exploring that Kigalas has already done, is making good progress. Is able to run away. Our agility, again, being 67 under high enough, we can run from most anything at this point. There's also going to take a couple fights that are easy, such as the Warlocks now. Kigalas gets to run from the AK.
Sorry, I'm back. I had to step away for a second. No
worries. We have Kigalas who went back through Swamp Cave, is just kind of doing some walking around trying to grind. Polo is still working on exploring. I'm actually one shot Kigalas didn't go turn everything in. Have we seen Jerk Cave actually? That might be
I have not seen a Jerk Cave. That was one thing I was going to ask if we'd seen it when I was gone.
even seen Jerk Cave yet, so that might be what Kigalas is out looking for right now.
Yeah, that absolutely is what he's looking for, although he's walking back and forth right here, I guess maybe looking for something to kill?
Our restreamer and tracker are both mentioning that Chroma did found Jerk Cave. It is south of Charlock.
Okay.
Speaking of, I do want to shout out our tracker, Vela B, and our restreamer, come on, Rico, or Rikai, sorry, I know I'm bad at pronouncing. But they are doing the work behind the scenes so we can put on this wonderful show for you, as well as make sure to give them and our runners a follow for all that they're doing.
Aaron to you too with this seed brought to you by Big Herb. Yes. Level 13 and no heal spells means that the herb is quite powerful.
Promo about to get the bad news of there is no coordinates. Sorry, you just made this walk through this stuff for no reason.
Yeah, and the Stones of Sunlight are in coal?
Yes, coal. There's our jerk, and now we're about to get the rainbow drop.
And it'll be interesting. Well, nope, not going to do that. He's going to, what is this, Hawksness?
Indeed, he's going to Hawksness. Might be looking to grind on some of the enemies here.
Possibly. So Stoneman isn't quite an efficient grind because even though you could take it out with the sleep spell, unfortunately you don't have a lot of resources. And wow, heal on the werewolf, not what you want to see.
No, you don't want to see that at all.
Hurt though is nice to see. If you can get a stop spell off, remember you don't have anything else to spend your MP on, so get a stop spell off and block that heal, take it out. That's 98 experience. Or you get deal 2 breaths by a wolf lord. Yeah, I agree. Throw a stop spell and just grind on those lovely werewolves. And you can heal walk in between encounters. You can heal walk in between Stoneman encounters in the spike tile. Unfortunately, Stoneman are hitting a little bit harder than werewolves right now.
Yeah, we do have good defense, but without a gold grind to get Silver Shield, we're still going to be taking some damage against some of those Stoneman hits. And yeah,
and
not the best.
Mr. Bus Driver chat asking if there is a gold grind. Nope. Unfortunately, there is none.
Nope. The Tangible Treasury had 2/3 of what we needed from the Rainbow Drop. It had the Harp and the Token, as well as some other odds and ends, but no gold. So no gold grind to be had this seed.
There is an exceptionally slow gold grind if you just want to walk through Garenham a bunch and buy a bunch of keys. But unfortunately, no real other way. Actually, I guess if you go into Grave, since Grave has 3. Actually, Garen has a gold chest as well. So for 1 key entering the back of Garenham, you can actually get 3 gold chests. So even if you roll low in the chest and only get, like, say, 1,500 total, 6 keys can get you flame key or flame sword money. Yeah, Hawksness was the Death Necklace, and Coal Search Tile was the Stones of Sunlight.
Yep, but at this point, we know that the sword is down in Charlock somewhere.
Yep, and Chromataclysm, though, has seen pretty much everything except for Mountain Cave, which is why I'm surprised he hasn't gone back down in there.
It looks like he's heading back that way, though. Might feel comfortable trying to get away from those armored knights now.
Yeah. Earlier, I was going to say something along the lines of, you know, he's got an experience lead right now. He definitely has an exploration lag, but if he can get a decent grind going after finding all of his items, Kigalas is just hanging out down here by Breckenary, trying to get level 14, hoping for that hurt more, or heal more. I mean, either spell right now would be a boon for our runners. And unfortunately, I think Chromataclysm is going to get level 14 first.
Chromataclysm has about a 300 XP. Actually, take that back, only about 200 XP lead right now. So it's not much between the runners. Again, the difference of this match is that Adric's armor and Mountain Cave. It was that one unlucky Armor Knight that sent Chroma home before he could get all the way through.
Star Wyvern up. I mean, you got a town right here to refill that, so take 3 swipes of Star Wyvern, take the experience, and go. Or 2 in this case. Yeah, Beta. 2 minutes of luck handed Kigalas about a full dive advantage. Absolutely. It's by no means over. You know, Kigalas has the exploration advantage, but Chromataclysm is not that far behind. He's got the experience that he needs, or he doesn't have all the experience that he needs, but he has an exceptionally large amount of experience, and as soon as he finds that armor, continues searching, finds coal for the stones. I don't know, I mean, and especially if he gets hurt more, heal more here at level 14, his exploration is just going to be absolutely rapid.
Yeah, that's going to be the key. Is when we get the more spells. Once we get the Moors, we're ready to go. Hey, Chromo, if he can somehow make it back to Mountain Cave, and I'm hoping that level 14 gives him heal more and gives him the confidence. Say, let me go back to Mountain. Let me get that armor. Can get right back into this race really fast.
And Kigalas getting that metal slime kill, which is great, 255 experience, but it takes so long that this grind here with the specters and the other enemies in this area is not a bad play. You're getting a decent and consistent experience, which is what you're looking for.
Yeah, only down by less than 100 experience now, so that one metal slime basically caught them back up.
Yeah, unfortunately, Asmati's not here to count the XP per minute, but they're probably getting about the same. Chromataclysm has maintained this slightly, 100, 200-ish range lead for about the last 5 minutes.
Well, that could change right here if we can get through this metal. Nope, there goes my mic.
Oh, and he's so close to the next level. Out of herbs, though.
Gotta get back to that town and makes it. We'll be able to restock on herbs, probably taking a stay at the inn just to refill our HP and go back out and keep grinding. But that's probably going to give Kigalas a chance to catch up completely and maybe even overtake the experience lead.
Possibly. I mean, Droll Magi's are decent experience, on par with the Spectres that Chromataclysm has been fighting. But every metal slime fight that goes, 2 hits and 6 rounds and then it runs away is just time that he's missing out on. Whereas right here you've got Wraith Knights, which give an absolutely excellent amount of experience. You've got Star Wyverns, which give a good amount of experience. Here we have level 14. What do we got? We have 5 power, 3 responsive, 13 more hit points, 2 magic, and we have all of our spells. Both more coming at level 14.
There's all those healings we've been looking for, and hopefully this pushes Chroma back to that mountain cave, and that looks like exactly where he's heading.
What?
Or he could be faking me out. Is he going to Death Warp?
I hope not.
No, okay. No, he's heading back to the town, looks like.
My goodness, as Kigalas gets his level 14, he's going to rocket out of here somewhere where he can grind a little bit faster, I think. Oh, yeah. Immediate. What do you think? Blue Dragons?
Yes, Blue Dragons down Swamp Cave. That's exactly where Kigalas is going to go.
And at 180 experience a pop, and only 101 in AP, so they're not going to be going down super fast, but fast enough. Oh, man. Chromataclysm needs to go into Mountain Cave right now.
Master Chroma goes back into Mountain Cave and finds that armor for better at this point because time is unfortunately ticking. With level 14 being the level to give us everything, this is what it's going to come down to right here.
Yeah, 14 doesn't give us the go stats, but it definitely gives us what we need to just start really, really advancing the pace. And he finds his torch. Yeah, so the real question right now is how fast is he going to finish the rest of his exploration? He has to find coal. He has to find... Actually, coal. That's all he has to find, right?
Yep, all he needs is coal, and he will be in dive mode, and does pick up the armor now, finally. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if there were some choice words that might have just come out as well, seeing that there.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, and actually... Now that he has Hurtmore on these Arbor Knights here in Swamp Cave isn't necessarily a bad play for experience, as he still has 300 point experience lead over Kigalas, who's been doing a dedicated grind on the Blue Dragon.
But yeah, Chroma gets the armor, gets the heck out of Dodge, returns immediately. Looks like he's going to head down to that Swamp Cave as well, more than likely. Try to take on those Blue Dragons.
I don't know if you to try to take on these Blue Dragons before we find the Stones of Sunlight. You absolutely, levels are good and are necessary, but you need to do your homework first. This grinding is just so depressing. Once again, Betastrup showing his bountiful optimism. Yeah, it is a very slow slog of a grind. As for the first time in a while, Kigalas actually has the experience lead. And, oh, Chromataclysm is going down here. Not sure... He hasn't seen coal yet, so he has to know that, and he has seen that there are no search coordinates, so he knows there's something on coal. He's seen every chest, I believe, so he knows it has to be the Stones of Sunlight. Surprising that he's going for the levels now, instead of,
Like somebody was saying in chat, maybe he's saving the princess, but yeah, there's no need to save the princess because we know there's no coordinates, so no worries about going down there at all. Also, Kigalas unfortunately taking a death, but it's not that far of a walk back down. It is going to allow Chroma to retake the experience lead, at least temporarily.
Yeah, temporarily shifting the experience lead back. I really think that the experience gain he's going to get on this exploration might be on par with this Blue Dragon. It's just such a slog of a grind.
It was like Chroma just was going to check to see what was on the spike tile. That was the first time he's checked it. Took out the Blue Dragon and said, hey, I can. And now he's going to go and see if he can't find coal to get him the stones. But yeah, with that Hurtmore, look at that. 1 Hurtmore, 2 Hurtmores against the Arbor Knights. That'll help.
Oh, you know what? He's heading to Hawksnest. Because he hasn't seen the spike tile in Hawksness yet. Or he's seen the spike tile, he hasn't seen the search.
Yeah, he doesn't know about the death necklace there. In the meantime, Kigalas is going to dive. He's going to see if he can go down and get the sword. It's like maybe even check the spike tile down there and see what we got if we can get that far.
Yeah, in beta, I agree that routing matters more, but with the I don't want to say the optimal, but one of the grind options being on the way to Charlock, it seems like grinding on the Swamp Cave or in Charlock itself might be the optimal play. Which is, you know, Chromataclysm, he's going to Hawksmith, and he's going to get the bad news. Well, depending on how much strength we have, might be good news, because we have lackluster strength gains and a lot of HP at level 15 and 16. Death Necklace might be a play. And then he probably has, as Beta mentioned, a decent idea of where Cole might be, since they've seen pretty much all of the first continent.
Yeah, I'd say we would need about another 35 HP to make Death Necklace really a possibility. But, I mean, good chance the way our stats have been growing, we might have the strength without it.
And Zarnax42 in chat making a good point. Get the sword, which will bring them up to 124 HP, and then with the fighter's ring, that's another 2, bringing them to 126. Putting the death necklace on brings them up to 136, which has a reasonable chance of one-shotting the metal slime. I believe 139 is the guaranteed one-shot on the metal slime. And then you just go to that desert by Breckenary, where you can just take... That's where you get rid of the death necklace, and just do that. All right, so a game that we like to play here is the... I know, it changed over the years, $10,000, $25,000 pyramid. The slightly resembles the chests in the armory in Charlock. And is it going to be at the 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, or 300 chest, or what we call the vanilla swords location as the judges table? One of those 7 chests. People getting their guesses out in chat. I'm always a fan of the 250. I'm with DK.
I'm going to go with the $100 chest tonight.
So do you go to the judges table first, or do you go down to where those 6 chests are?
I go for the 6 first, just because you want to maximize your search opportunities. It's 1 in 7 shots, 6 or 7 right next to each other. Go for the odds.
But you're also getting a decent grind on the way down. If you had a little bit more MP, I'd almost say judges table first. But right now, he's running out of resources, so he needs to find those 6 chests and hope that it's there.
Yeah, our MP is still very, very lacking in that lackluster 52. We need it to jump at our next level like crazy.
Alright, so Chromataclysm finding Cole is going to get the good news here. Already has his death necklace, and unfortunately for Kigalas, Chromataclysm has good experience. So right now, Kigalas still has the exploration advantage. He's got all his turn-ins done. He's in Charlock. He's going to find the sword here in a second. But they still have to get the stats for Go mode. And their experience level is roughly identical. If he can maintain this experience growth on his exploration, this isn't nearly as... this is a lot closer than I was expecting it to be, I'll just say that.
By the way, our experience right now, Chromo has a 5 experience lead. 5 points, that's it. It's a magic key. 2 magic keys.
Ooh, in the 300 chest.
There we go. All we need now is some magic, and we're ready to go.
Absolutely. The strength is still a little bit low, but the magic is really, really what we need. Because a lot of MP can make up for a low strength, and a lot of strength can make up for a low MP, but not quite this low.
Ooh, blue dragons have heal more. Kigalas can cast a stop spell on it, which got very, very helpful there. So if I'm Kigalas here, do you go and check the spike tile, see if you can get to it with what little resources? You know this is not going to be the dive. You go check that spike tile, see what it is you're going to be up against at the very end?
I think you do. And at the very least, if it's an Axe Knight, you get 3 kills with the MP that you have. Possibly 4 if you can swing through. Taking a look at his stats, knows he's nowhere near what he needs MP-wise to go through it. Burning a stop spell to block it and keep it from heal mooring.
That level was not anything to write home about. That was literally 3-1-1 and
5, I believe.
5? Yeah. Yeah, that was not what we wanted to see. Okay, Kigalas is going to go try to see what's on the spike tile, see if he can make it down there. Anytime we can get a heal more on these blue dragons, that is going to be great with that stop spell.
Oh, he's gonna fairy flute on the golem. So, has he seen the DL2 breath in the golem yet? I know that I saw it on one of the sides earlier.
I don't think Kigalas saw it. I think Chroma saw it.
Because that golem could wake up and send him home pretty easily. Although with 8 MP, he's not missing out on a whole lot. You don't have the information of what's in the spike tile, but you've got the experience, and he does have the experience lead right now. Oh, nice. An even bigger experience lead after that.
Yep, this is shifted straight up into Kigalas' court. And I agree with what he's doing here, trying to run away, gets away from the blue dragon, just wants to get down and see what's on the spike tile, which is...
Armor Knight!
Our old friend, how are you?
Might be able to get 1 kill.
Yep, does manage to get the kill. It's 172. And then it's going to say, okay, go ahead, send me home.
And is sitting back. Another thing to mention, 75 defense right now. 71 agility is not the best. You're looking in the late 80s, and at 90 is really where you have a even odds of running away from the Armor Knights and the Red Dragons. But 75 defense means the Dragonlord is hitting you for a maximum of 51. Now they do have sufficient hit points so that they can take 2 hits without dying, even with that amplified damage. Unfortunately, heal more isn't always as effective as they want it to be. So getting to that maximum 104 is not always going to happen. So the DL2 fight, they need a little bit more strength. They need some more HP. They need a lot more MP. There's no silver shield is going to happen, so they need more agility. Unless the level 16 is big, we may be sitting here for a while.
Yeah, if I'm Kigalas here, I'm thinking those blue dragons on the Swamp Cave, that's probably my best bet. It's literally right under Tanfield. It is not hard to get to at all. Let's just go ahead and go down there and grind up until we're ready to go, get some magic points. And that way, next time we leave, we're on our way to go take on the Dragonlord.
And you've got those armor knights as well. So as you're going down, you're spending a couple of hurt mores on the armor knight. You go to the blue dragon, you kill it a couple of times, you die, it's right there, you don't even have to spend another key to get down there.
To answer your question in chat, up to NG, talking back about the death necklace idea for the metal slimes, well, thankfully, Breckenary was right there where the metal slimes were in that zone, so would have made for an easy shot there, but again, I think right now the blue dragon is probably the best bet. And we're back to a 3 XP difference right now. Kigalas in the lead by 3 experience points. That is just absolutely insane how close this is experience-wise. But here's where Kigalas is going to take it and start running with it. Finds the Armored Knight. Is going to get through, get another 172 experience, and just start watching his lead grow.
But on chromataclysm side, we see an armor knight as well. So even though just such a close experience race, I mean, oh, this is really exciting. I know that you could probably tell by the tone of my voice, but I actually am incredibly excited right now. Going to Cole, I guess maybe just to heal up.
Yeah, he's out of MP, so probably wants to take the heal, get his MP back. I got 6,000 gold. Might as well see if there's anything that'll help us, which unfortunately there's not.
And unfortunately, Kigalas is taking the experience lead again while he takes this trip to the inn. The other question I have for you, at this point, knowing that you're going to need a couple more levels, and you know the sword's in Charlock right now, do you just grind a level or two and see if you can do a one-shot down there to grab the sword and then continue on to the Dragonlord?
I think that might be what Chroma is doing, and I would actually agree with that in this case. You've got the armor so late from Mountain King, you've got to figure my opponent probably got hit before me, probably has had this armor for a long, long time. I've got to do something. Let's grind. I don't have good attack power, but I know the sword's down there. Let's grind, go grab the sword on my way down, and hope I can make it to the Dragonlord in one shot.
Absolutely, and I'm answer some questions in chat. How's the fun police? Not fun. And then AK-47. Yeah, right now the AK-47 is a better grinding target because it's just 2 hurt mores and they're dead. Unfortunately, on the way down to Charlock, the fun police and the AK-47 are about similar. They're both hard to run away from, especially as little agility as they have.
Crow is actually going against us. He's going to dive down to Charlock. He wants to go ahead and grab that sword.
Hey, I guess it makes the grind a little bit faster. Hopefully he's going to kill some enemies on the way down to maintain that experience match with Kigalas. And he is.
Tracker showing us the Armor Knight. All they know is fight more. A bunch of punches.
Yeah, in the vanilla game, they do have both more, but in the randomizer, they don't always have abilities. And yeah, they both hit hard, take a lot of damage, and are hard to run away from.
And so the Red Dragon's the same, just there's fight. So pick your poison, basically.
Yeah, the big difference between the two is that AK-47s are an excellent hurt more target, and Red Dragon's not so much.
Yeah, at this point, we're looking to see, when we get to level 16, we want to see what our MP growth is. That's the only thing that actually matters at this point. Everything else is close enough to go mode. We're fine. We just want to see that MP number grow by a huge amount.
And answer in chat, grind tile, yes, there's AK-47 on the grind tile in Charlock. Unfortunately, you're going to have to spend most of the resources to get down there, because honestly, you're just going to be swinging at enemies on the way down and getting decent experience that way. As they are still within 100 experience of each other. Within, what, 40 experience of each other? Oh, this is incredible.
34 experience, I believe. This is going to be tight experience-wise the whole way through. If Chromo can get down and pick up that sword, which right now looking like a good chance. It still has some herbs. It still has 15 MP. If you get to that sword, then we are going to be very close. Because I got a feeling Chromo will probably do the same thing. Go grind in the swamp cave on these dragons and go from there.
We get our first look at level 16. Ooh, nope. Not enough. You have 8 heal mores now with 64 MP, but with that strength and no chance of a death necklace, nah, keep going to 17.
Yeah, 108 HP is not enough to go death necklace strats. All it would take is a back attack to start, and then you're done.
Yeah, normally 129 HP is what you need to maintain 97 HP after you put it on. Unfortunately, with that low defense that they have, 97 HP isn't exactly what they're looking for, because there's a chance that the Dragonlord can swing for 51. So really you're looking for about 100-ish, 102 attack power, goodness. 102 HP with the defense that they have right now. So they're going to need 135 HP prior to the death necklace.
Yeah, even though we've seen Silver Shield in 2 different shops, we've got no way to get the gold for it. And by the time you grind up the gold for that, you might as well grind up to level 20 and just have the rest of your stats be what you need them to be.
Unfortunately, right now, Chromataclysm is out of MP and is unable to continue grinding on his way down. So he's going to lose a significant experience advantage right now. So this is the first time in a while that we've seen Kigalas run away with experience. Now going to be about 400 XP up, as unfortunately Chromataclysm just keeps running and running. And admirably so. Doing a great job of running away from those Armored Knights. Haven't seen much Fun Police in Charlock yet, which is always exciting for our runners.
I haven't seen any Fun Police in Charlock, actually. Now that I think about it, we've seen deputies, but no Fun Police. But he does get down to the bottom floor, is heading towards the chest. Barring any bad encounters, should be able to make it.
So Math Girl asking in chat, so the obvious MP problem aside, how has the seed been? Math Girl, I would absolutely watch this one again, because I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's been a incredible... The route that our runners have taken to get here has been so dramatically different that the fact that they are just a couple XP apart is unreal. And why are you attacking this green dragon? You do not know that the sword is in that chest. And you may have to go...
Oh, got through, though. And gets the sword. Oh.
Math Girl, it's been a fun seed. It's not necessarily a nightmare seed, but it's fun. Yeah, I'm not supposed to show preference between one runner or the other, but I will say that I agree with Betastrep that Chromataclysm has had a little bit worse of an RNG, and seeing him win, I think, would be kind of cool.
I mean, again, the whole difference of this race right now, and the reason why Kigalas is able to jump out to this XP lead at this point is because of that early mountain dive to get that armor. Chroma didn't get the armor until about, almost 30 minutes after Kigalas, maybe longer. And that's been the difference this seed. Otherwise, it's been close the whole way.
Absolutely. And the thing I'm most excited about, and what I was hoping would happen and is happening, is that even though chromataclysm had the deficit, didn't have the Erdrick's armor, is still just so close in experience. Just absolutely unreal. We'll see. He had such a good run of experience in Charlock. Is he gonna... I think it's too far away to make that a grind. But...
Looks like we're heading back down the swamp. I wouldn't be surprised to see him start taking on these blue dragons and Spike Tile as well. Which would basically mean that Kigalas is going to have opened up about 1,000-point experience lead, and probably going to hold it for most of the time.
1,000-point experience lead, 6 blue dragons, only a couple minutes. It's... I mean, the RNG in Charlock is really still what's going to decide this race. Kigalas has a slight advantage, but, you know, it takes some time to dive Charlock. If you have a bad dive, if you have some kind of a mediocre stat gain here where you're right on the edge of where you really feel comfortable going and you go for it and you miss it, or you don't go for it and the other person does and makes it, I mean, this is close. Loving it.
Yeah, I can realistically see a situation where we have both runners down entering Dragonlord at the same time, which would be absolutely wonderful to watch as a commentator and as a viewer, and I'm hoping that happens. Also, has Chromo seen that the Blue Dragons know Heal More yet?
We haven't, but if he just keeps using these Hurt More strats, he's never going to see the Heal More.
Very, very true.
Unfortunately, I don't think the Hurt More strat... Oh, there he goes. He's swinging now.
I think he's been doing one swing, one Hurt More. No, now we're just straight swinging, aren't we? No, 2 swings and a Hurt More.
Maybe he has seen the Heal More, and instead of casting Stop Spell, he's going with the Hurt More to get the last little bit through.
Possibly. In the meantime, Kigalas is going to take a death, come back home. It's not that far of a walk back.
Yep, and one more Blue Dragon. And honestly, given the encounter rate that he's seeing in the enemies in Swamp Cave, he's probably going to get it before he even gets to that Spike Tile.
Quite possibly. We'll have to see what our MP growth looks at. Probably, if I'm the runners, I'm wanting to see that MP get to at least, probably at least 80. Maybe 10 Heal Mores.
Honestly, it really depends on the strength. If their strength stays where it is right here, 10 Heal Mores will be close. It'll really depend on their luck on DL1, their luck getting down there. If you have to burn any MP getting down there, you're out of luck. Now, if they're able to get a little bit more HP and have a better chance of getting doubles, or get a lot more HP and have the chance of using the Death Necklace, then, you know, 10 Heal Mores is looking a little bit more nice.
Here we go. Kigalas Speaks level 17. We have 6 power, 9 agility, 7 hit points, 11 magic. That's helpful.
So now you have 9 Heal Mores. You cannot put the Death Necklace on, but with 137 AP, you're looking at about 12 swings on average with the Dragonlord, maybe 11 if you roll high. You'd have to get down there with all your MP, full herbs, and not get the back attack from the Dragonlord, and roll average. So, Kigalas is taking the... Oh, he's taking the Death Warp!
Yeah,
go for it.
He took one trying to get the Death Warp, unfortunately defeated the Blue Dragon. I had to go find a second one, but I think Kigalas is going to try to make a dive. I think he's going to go for it here.
Chat mentioning doubles. Double is possible with 115 HP. Their defense is up now where they're only being hit for 50, I believe. So yeah, they're being hit for 50 by DL2, which I don't know. Doubles can happen. It's just going to be unlikely. I wouldn't bet on having any, and he may get 1, 2 if he's lucky.
In the meantime, Chromataclysm is also diving. Has not hit level 17 yet. Might be trying to do a grind here in Charlock. And that appears what he's doing, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I like this idea. Unless you have a good target, and I don't really remember seeing too many good targets in the Surf's lore. I know there are wizards and stone men. I'm not sure what else I saw in here.
It also, Chromo's down to 2 MP, so might also be doing this just to get a death work as well. Says, let me see what I can do to take about a couple of counters here and then just be sent on home.
Well, he's going to get it. Oh. Demon Knights of Healmore.
Because of course they do. Why not?
There he goes. Now he goes home.
Meantime, Kigalas is diving. This could be the play. Did either of that, well, for Chroma, it's not quite time yet, but did Kigalas run back over to Canton and stock up on herbs before going out?
I didn't see him go that way, but doesn't mean he didn't. And he may have had some herbs already on him. Did Chromataclysm just accidentally walk out?
I think he might have.
I grab a key just to, just in case I do it again. I don't know how many he's got left. I know that he's opened that door a few times. Also, he doesn't know it, but going to Catelyn to get some fairy water might be good as well. That way, you can keep your repel off and repel, I think, just, what, wizards? Yeah, you're damage-breaking wizards at this point.
Here we are, about just shy of the 2-hour mark of the seed, hour 53, and Kigalas is gonna make the dive. This is gonna be interesting. I think in Chroma's case, Kigalas is gonna need to take a death here and get sent back, and that'll give Chroma a chance to finish catching up, and possibly be able to make it. Chroma just now getting level 17.
Oh, it looks like he's casting Hurtmore. He may be wanting that level 18.
Yeah, he might see that as MP numbers and go, I'm still not there. I need one more heal more. Yeah, he's going back on the spike tile. He wants level 18. Meantime, Kigalas is getting down. He's about at the spike tile. And has not had to burn any heal mores as of yet, so.
He hasn't. Axe Knight in the spike tile, if I remember correctly.
Armored, if I'm right.
Armor Knight. That's what I meant.
Now, with the way that Kigalas has been running for everything, do you just try to do some walking, try to get your HP back here?
Never. If you've got herbs, use them.
Yeah, he does have 4 herbs, so we're going to herb up and take on the Dragonlord.
There you go. Nearly full HP going into DL1. And an hour and 54 minutes and 52 seconds in, we have our first Dragonlord encounter.
Basically, see, I don't think we have the HP to use the Death Necklace. We'll be interested to see if we make an attempt here.
Oh, double stop spell. Really nice to see on Kigalas' side. Going in there, 94 HP, not great, but does have the possibility of a double. There it is, off the front. Oh, and a max hit of 16 on the second attack. Really nice. Oh my goodness, rolling really nice.
I mean, everything is just falling Kigalas' way so far.
Oh, 14. Not max, but still very, very high. Not a lock, but looking much, much, much more likely right now. What? And another 17. This is probably one of the best rolls on a DL2 I've seen. Even if he min rolls the rest of it, I think he's pretty much got it as lock.
Yeah, I think barring a mismenu somewhere along the line, I think we are good to go here. It takes a safety heal more at 48 MP. Definitely a wise decision right now. Just go ahead and take it. You're still rolling with at least 3 more. You're fine.
And there we have it. Get out your GGs in chat. Kigalas has defeated the Dragonlord.
Now it's going to be a quick return to Tangential Castle. One quick talk to the king, and Kigalas will be our winner.
And with an official race time GG time of 1 hour and 57 minutes and 25 seconds, Kigalas has won this race. GG to him.
Yes, GG's. This was an interesting one all the way through. Chromo, just the bad RNG and the bad luck at the beginning of the seed, and that was unfortunately all it took.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just still impressed that it was as close as it was, pretty much the whole way through. Great race, even though Kigalas is going to win by 10 minutes at least, because it's due to chromataclysm going for that safety level rather than going down at level 17.
Yeah, but in Chroma's case, the bad RNG early, you have to think, hey, I'm going to need all the help I can get. Let's get this extra level, which I absolutely agree with, and probably would have done the exact same thing in this situation.
I don't know, when you're feeling that far behind after finding the armor so late in a place that you saw so early, oh.
I mean, with the armor knights there, you maybe take the gamble, okay, well maybe my opponent had the same problem I did, never got down here, or got down here late.
And we have Kigalas in chat with us. GG, sir. Great race. And initial thoughts?
Those early stats were not great.
No, they were not.
Definitely trending towards mediocre. How did it feel when you found the armor in Mountain Cave?
I felt that I might be a little bit behind.
See, it's funny you say that, because believe it or not, you got the armor. I'd have to go check the VOD to be sure, but probably 30 to 45 minutes before Chromataclysm did.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, because I know it was about like 32, 34 minutes in when I got it. But yeah, with those early stats, I figured, well, I thought I might be behind if he had gone out and not seen a red dragon and was able to get down there.
No, unfortunately, he had some really bad fun police luck. He got numerous citations and was sent home with half his gold a bunch of times.
Oh wow, yeah. But with those stats, I just figured the early grind was just the way to go, and just kept going and going until that big strength boost. And I'm like, all right, let's try and get somewhere now.
Absolutely, and both of you did do quite an extensive early grind. Very good call, and a lot of people in chat were agreeing with your decision to do that. Other than the mediocre stats and you getting armor early, it seems like you had a decent amount of your exploration followed very similar. Unfortunately, he got the keys in Romalder before he got the armor, so I think that was the only real big exploration deviation. Oh, how did you like that Tanagal treasury?
That was interesting. What, 2 of the key items plus the flute in there?
Yep, harp, flute, and token, all in the treasury. Chat was hoping to have the stones in there too to make the treasury just everything at once.
Yeah, it worked out. So.
And so Chromataclysm is starting to make his dive. Well, he's on his way to Charlock right now. Had a little run-in with the AK-47 on the way there. Opting to not cast Repel before he stayed at the end, so he's seeing some enemies on the way to Charlock. And with the number of wizards we saw on the first floor, a Repel may have helped with that as well. Not going to help with the Stoneman, though.
Chromataclysm decided to go for level 18. It was not a very good level. A bunch of HP, but only 1 MP. It does put him in Death Necklace Ranger, so it leaves you to see if that's what he goes for.
Yeah, definitely use the HP as a... you have a little bit of extra MP. At that point, probably just cast to sleep. And he runs into another one, gets away first time. But no, Chromataclysm did go for level 18, has a little bit more HP. I gotta say, even though you had the exploration advantage, your XP was roughly on par with each other because he was able to kill so much even without the armor as he was exploring around. Probably it wasn't until the very end that you started to pull away with the experience.
Did he dive for the sword early like I did?
He dove for the sword soon after getting the rainbow drop. He didn't. He did not absolutely do the one-shot grind and not grind. Get and go. Yeah, sword and go.
Yeah, no, he did a lot more grinding over by Breckenary to start with, and ended up not finding coal until very, very late. So you'd already done a dive, got the sword before he even got the rainbow drop to get the bridge.
And he did get a couple metal slime kills in between levels, I believe 9 and 10, down in that same zone. He chose a different mid-grain, so both of you went to different places while you were looking for the Hurtmore. He went to a place that was... I can't remember exactly where it was. It was near one of the towns.
It was right above Breckenary.
No, early he was right above Breckenary, but Kigalas, you were by Breckenary for the later game as you were looking for Hurtmore. Chromataclysm was up in the zone where there were some Star Wyverns, some Spectres, and I believe some Wraith Knights as well. Okay. So I think that's why he was able to keep up the experience even though he didn't have the armor.
Yeah, the mid-game grind was really dicey because we didn't have good strength at all, and I only had the hand axe, and I didn't look to see if there's broadsword anywhere. Not that that would have been a major improvement, but yeah, just not having enough strength. That's why I did the Blue Dragon once and left, and it was kind of iffy for a bit. And then I'm like Breckenary, and I remember that desert, and that probably saved me.
Yeah, that desert was full of nice, easy enemies to kill, and then there's metal slimes that you could occasionally get one of for that juicy 255 experience.
And with the Breckenary right there, were you at all tempted to put the Death Necklace on to get yourself up to 139 AP so you can one-shot those metal slimes?
I didn't realize I was at the one. Well, I don't know. Actually, I had kind of thought of it when I was at the very end of the grind of the Blue Dragons. I did think about it, but I'm like, then I have to go back home and everything, and I'm right here, so might as well just keep going.
And right now, Chromataclysm is refilling his HP, and he is going to fight the Dragonlord. So we know he has a good chance of completing this fight without the Death Necklace. I think the Death Necklace puts him a little bit more of a favorite. We'll see if he puts it on. And there we go. And he also has the opening stop spell, which was nice. 2 stop spells for you, Kigalas, there at the end. That must have been fun.
Yeah, that helped a lot.
It also helped that you seem to be swinging quite hard at the Dragonlord, rolling above average for a lot of your hits.
Yeah, I had those 3 opening 16s. That was real nice.
That was like 16, 16, 16, 14, 17, the first 5, which is just amazing.
And opening 22 for Chromataclysm, followed up with the 17, so he's swinging pretty hard as well. So he has similar HP. After the Death Necklace, he's only got about 101 HP, I believe, and not as much as you had, but since he's swinging so much harder, should be a lock.
Yeah, I came in only 2 MP off from 4 MP, so still had the 9 heal wars. Ought to be able to get through this, no problem. Especially when rolling a 21 like that, jeez.
Yeah, he's also rolling significantly higher. And another 21.
Excuse me, I'm going to go to the casino, play some blackjack and be back.
And the 15 bringing him back to reality a little bit. That being said, he's got 2 heal mores left. He's been hitting pretty hard. Probably going to see it end right here. Nope, 1 more.
And there it is. There we go. Talks to the king, and we have a official RaceBot GG time of 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 3 seconds. So GG's to Chromataclysm, coming in second. And let's see if we can get him for an interview as well.
Looks like he'll be here shortly.
Meantime, while we're waiting for him to get in, just want to again shout out our tracker, Value, and our restreamer, Reno Kai, for helping us out behind the scenes.
And also want to remind everyone that I believe we're going to be doing the reveal for next week's pairings immediately after this race. And since it's immediately after this race, it should be pretty soon. And before that, we have Chromataclysm in chat with us. GG, sir. Good game. And he popped out of the commentary chat.
There I am. Yeah, I am in chat with you. There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, GG's.
Thank you so much.
Initial thoughts on the seed?
Honestly, I wasn't too upset with it in the beginning, and I did some exploration and was fine, and then after doing some grinding and finding of some stuff, then I started getting all the fun police. And that threw me quite a bit. The really delayed hurt more heal spells just really made it very difficult. And then not really any super convenient grinding. Not my favorite seed, for sure.
Yeah, we a lot of people in chat and here in the commentary booth noticing your unfortunate encounters with the fun police. And what were your thoughts when you found Urtrix's armor?
That I really wished I would have been able to get to it sooner. I think one of the real struggles there was just going into that mountain cave. I kept running into the Axe Knights and the Stone Men, and I didn't have enough agility to really do anything in there. Like, it would have been so easy to get, but for those gatekeepers that kept me out of there for so long, you know.
Yeah, that was one of the big keys really for this seed was Kigalas got down there, was able to get that armor a lot earlier, but with your bad RNG luck, you still decided to grind, and you kept the experience lead throughout majority of this seed. It was only at the very end that Kigalas was able to pass you and unfortunately pull off the win.
Yeah, I actually was a little upset with myself just because I could have spent a little more time with those, what are they called? Droll Magi? I can't remember.
Yeah,
That sounds
the
wrong.
Droll Magi outside of
Droll
Breckenary.
Magi. Yeah, like that. I should have just kept going with the strategy I had thus far, you know. Just like steady grind was working for me. And I probably lost a lot of time trying to explore a little sooner than was good to be doing. But it's, you know, can be hard to read sometimes. And then you run into enemies like Wolf Lords that you've never seen, and they have Dragonlord breath. And yeah, so it goes.
You did find a decent grind spot there by Garen, mid to late game as you were working for your hurt more. That seemed to work out fairly well for you.
Yeah, that I did like that one. I kind of wish I would have spent a little more time there a little earlier in the seed. Man, I hate buying herbs. Like, that was one of the good things about the Garenham spot is that the herb shop is like right there. But yeah, oh well. So at 1 and 2, I haven't looked anything into how the tournament works. I'm assuming I'm basically done.
Actually,
with that.
you are not.
I'm not.
That one win, you still have a good possibility of getting in to the play-in matches. There's one play-in match for I think the 1-win people, and you get winner of that match goes on to the play-in match with the 2-win people to try to get in the bracket. So you're still in this.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
definitely still a lot to play for.
All right. Well, if I don't succeed in play-in matches, I'm not going to take it too hard because I'm still pretty new to the randomizer, and it won't be a bad thing to get a lot more practice in before the next tournament comes around for sure. But GG's Kigalas. I mean, well done. Sounds like a pretty solid finish. I'm assuming level 18 finish for you as well.
Thanks, GG. Actually, no, I went on 17. I looked and I saw I had barely enough, and since the Charlock was kind of tame, I figured I'd risk it, you know, and I tend to be okay at not using any MP on the way down sometimes. So
those no death necklace and did you use fairy waters?
I just fought him.
Wow, dang. GG then. Yeah, well done. I'm glad to be done with that one, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was rough, especially in the mid game, trying to find a good grind.
Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna call it a night. Thanks everybody for putting it on, comms, all that.
And you're welcome. Thanks for putting on a really good race. That was actually very entertaining, and I hope you go back and look at and see how you did, because even though you got the armor late, it was a really close race up until the end, and that was very well played for both
Thank
runners.
you so much. Thank you.
Yes, GG's to both of you.
And with that, I was about to tell him what his pairing was, but maybe he'll just go look that up himself.
Yep, because I believe we are about to bring up the pairings for week 3. Possibly.
Yeah, so I have the pairings up. They're on the player homepage for the tournament, so you can start scheduling now. I believe we're going to get them up here on screen momentarily, possibly. In the meantime, there looks to be some pretty good races coming up.
Let's be honest, all the races are good races.
All the races are great races, and like this race was an absolutely fantastic race. I loved watching it. They've all been really good, and the 3-0s are there's not a whole lot of 3-0s left, and I believe we know who they all are. But in the meantime, I'm just going to start reading out some of these pairings. All right, so first up, we have Angel FM versus Big Slamu, our first 3-0 pairing. And it should be 6 3-0s. So Apex Corvid versus Stax 28. Arn Polly versus Centroid 41. Brian Williams 42 versus Tristal MTG, who just finished his race earlier. Chromataclysm versus Veil UV. So our tracker extraordinaire tonight is going to be playing Chromataclysm. Commander Leonhardt versus Jenna Zeal. Cyberdark 86 versus Kigalas. So there you go, sir. Oh, he already took off. But yeah, so Cyberdark 86 versus him. Diabetes the Second versus Bryce Wolf. I'm looking forward to that one. For 1 and 2, they're both excellent players in the 1 and 2 bracket, which is kind of crazy. That's the kind of quality we see at these races. Oh, there we go. We got them on screen now, at least some of them. DK9146 versus Ness Cardinality. Really looking forward to that one. 2 excellent players. You know that one's going to be a nail biter. We have Edge Talveron versus Aaron 2U2. Elmore St. James, that's someone, versus F. Coughlin. So Elmore versus Fred. Yeah. Raced against Jay Coper, now I'm racing against F. Coughlin. Some big names. Looking forward to this. Oh, and Archfield Monk, too. Wow. EMP Any Amount of Money versus Smashy. That's also going to be, I mean, they're all going to be great ones, but the ones that I'm looking forward to, I'm calling out. Guelph 35 versus Monty Games. Oh, also excellent. Harrison versus the Tesla. 2 of our newer runners showing some pretty good stuff, and I look forward to seeing this race. High Spirits versus Rye Guy 3745. Ooh. Jackamus versus Beta Strep. JJ Smith 77 versus Archfield Monk. Jay Coper versus Up 2 and G. Oh, that's going to be a fun one. 2 excellent runners. Yeah, NYC guy Joyzal versus Major Slime. Lavkian versus Sparkover. Marashu versus Yakko Wacko 20. Neminva versus Ursan Dazir. Sausage Link 83 versus Zarnax 42, our other 3-0. Starman versus Lord of the Synth, and Tilo versus the Seawolf 1.
There's a lot of hype matches coming up this week. Looking forward to getting these scheduled, putting these on for you guys. Hey, we're only into week 4 now, and it's still 2 more weeks or another week after this, and it's still very, very hype. It's still anyone can make it through into the brackets. So.
Absolutely. As mentioned a couple times earlier, 1 win can get you into the brackets as long as you do well in your playing races. So there's always a chance. So even week 5, if you got 0 wins coming in, there's a good chance.
If you just need that 1 win to make the playing game, you can go on a run. Answer a question in chat. When's the earliest the rounds can start? If you want to schedule matches tomorrow, we can have matches tomorrow. So we'll have to see. It just all depends on what the runner schedules are, what they're available to do, and as soon as they get those matches signed up, we will start working on getting them scheduled to put out for everyone to enjoy.
And technically on the East Coast, we can get some matches today since it is well after midnight.
I'm
But,
going to match in 30 minutes. Who wants to go? Let's go.
But yes, the answer is as soon as people, they can do matches tomorrow, we'll try to get restreamers. We do have restreamers available tomorrow. I'm available. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of others. So keep an eye out on the schedule page, because as soon as runners schedule, they will, they will appear there, and we'll get people assigned for, restreaming, tracking, and commentary. And if you want more information about the Dragon Warrior Randomizer Summer Tournament or Dragon Warrior Randomizer in general, please check out our Discord linked below. And I believe the schedule is linked there also, so you can follow that.
And if you are saying, hey, I would like to help behind the scenes, do commentary, do tracking, help us out with this, again, join the Discord, say something. We are always looking for new people to join us.
Absolutely. And with that, unless there's any more comments in chat, or any more comments from my other commentator, I think we're looking for a place to go right now.
I believe so. It has been an honor doing commentary with you, Elmore St. James. Thanks for carrying me on your back through the seat.
Oh, no, you've been great. It's been great working with you. Kami and Renokai doing a great job of restreaming, and Value V doing a great job of tracking. Please give a follow to our runners and our entire staff. And I think we're going to head on over to Jay Coper, who's live right now doing Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Doing the randomizer for that. So with that, this has been Elmore St. James. Joining me is Gambit017, and we wish you all a very good night. That's it.
Take care.